In the quiet veil of night, when voices fade and the world grows still, this is where hearts speak. Welcome to Of Night Dews, a place for stories that ache, soften, and awaken. Let your soul rest here a while and listen. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. O Allah, open to us the doors of your mercy. There are trials that arrive in the form of hardship, and there are trials that arrive in the form of blessings. Most people recognize the first. Few recognize the second. Tonight, dear listener, we journey into an authentic story told by the Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon him. A story of three men whose deepest wishes were granted, whose lives were transformed, and whose hearts were revealed. For sometimes the greatest test comes not before we receive what we desire, but after. Imagine a man living among people who could barely bear to look at him. His skin was covered with disease. Wherever he went, eyes turned away. Conversations ended. Children stared. People kept their distance. More painful than his illness was the loneliness that followed him every day. Then imagine another man. His head was completely bald. Though his condition was not as severe, it weighed heavily upon his heart. He felt embarrassed among people. He longed for dignity. He wished he could stand among others without feeling lesser than them. And then there was a third man, a man who had never seen the colors of the sky, never watched the sun rise, never gazed upon the face of a loved one. He lived in darkness, blind, dependent upon the help of others. Three men, three different hardships, three hearts carrying their own silent pain. And then Allah sent them a visitor. An angel came to the first man, the one afflicted with disease. The angel asked him, "What thing do you desire most?" The answer came immediately. Beautiful skin. Not wealth, not status, not power. He simply wanted what many people wake up with every day and never think about. He wanted people to look at him without turning away. He wanted acceptance. The angel touched him, and by the permission of Allah, the disease disappeared. His skin became beautiful. The burden he had carried for so long vanished in an instant. Then the angel asked, "What wealth do you love most?" The man replied, "Camels." So he was given a pregnant camel, and the angel prayed for blessing in it.
The angel then went to the second man, the bald man, and asked him the same question. "What do you desire most?" The man replied, "Beautiful hair." Something so simple, something many people possess without gratitude. The angel touched him, and immediately his hair was restored, his appearance changed, his confidence returned. The shame he had carried disappeared. Then the angel asked, "What wealth do you love most?" The man replied, "Cattle." So he was given a pregnant cow, and the angel prayed for blessing in it. Then the angel came to the blind man and asked, "What do you desire most?" The blind man answered, "I wish that Allah would restore my sight so I may see people. Not riches, not comfort, not luxury, only sight, only the ability to witness the world Allah had created." The angel touched him, and by Allah's permission, his vision returned. For the first time, light entered his eyes. For the first time, he saw the sky, the mountains, the faces of people, the signs of Allah spread throughout creation. Then the angel asked, "What wealth do you love most?" The man replied, "Sheep." So he was given a pregnant sheep, and the angel prayed for blessing in it. Time passed. Months became years. Years became many years. And Allah placed immense blessing in what each man had received. The camel multiplied and multiplied again, until the former leper owned a valley full of camels. The cattle multiplied and multiplied again, until the former bald man owned a valley full of cattle. The sheep multiplied and multiplied again, until the former blind man owned a valley full of sheep. The poor became wealthy, the weak became strong, the overlooked became respected. Their lives had changed completely. The hardships that once defined them seemed far away, like memories fading into the distance. But Allah was not finished with their story, for the blessing itself had always been part of the test. One day the angel returned, but this time he came disguised as a poor traveler. His clothes were worn, his appearance humble, his need apparent. He first approached the man who had once suffered from disease, the man who now possessed a valley full of camels. The traveler said, "I am a poor traveler. My provisions have run out, and I have no means to continue my journey except through Allah and then through you. I ask you, by the one who gave you beautiful skin and wealth, to grant me a camel so I may continue my journey." The request was small. The wealth before him was enormous. Yet the man hesitated. Then he replied, "I have many obligations." An excuse, a shield for a heart unwilling to give. The traveler persisted. "Do I not recognize you? Were you not once afflicted with disease? Were you not poor before Allah enriched you?" The man immediately denied it. "No." And then came the words that revealed his heart. "I inherited this wealth from my forefathers." In a single sentence, he erased his past. He erased his hardship. He erased Allah's favor. He erased the miracle that had transformed his life. So the angel said, "If you are lying, may Allah return you to what you once were." The angel then went to the second man, the former bald man. Now surrounded by a valley of cattle, the same request was made, the same opportunity was given, the same test arrived, and the answer was nearly identical. Excuses, refusal, denial. He too claimed he inherited his wealth. He too forgot. Or perhaps he remembered, but chose not to acknowledge. The angel departed, saying, "If you are lying, may Allah return you to what you once were." Finally, the angel approached the third man, the man who had once lived in darkness, the former blind man, now owner of a valley full of sheep. The traveler spoke, "I am a poor traveler. I have exhausted my provisions. I ask you, by the one who restored your sight and granted you wealth, to help me continue my journey." The man became silent. Perhaps memories returned to him, memories of darkness, memories of dependence, memories of being unable to see. Then he spoke, and his words shine across centuries. He said, "I was blind, and Allah restored my sight." No denial, no excuses, no attempt to rewrite history, only gratitude. Then he continued, "I was poor, and Allah enriched me." Again, gratitude. Again, remembrance. Then he said something remarkable. "So take whatever you wish. By Allah, I will not make anything difficult for you today if you take it for the sake of Allah. Take whatever you wish. Not a single sheep, not the smallest gift possible, whatever you wish." Because he understood something the others had forgotten. The blessing was never truly his. It belonged to Allah, and Allah had merely entrusted it to him. At that moment, the angel revealed the truth. I am an angel. The traveler vanished. The disguise was removed, and the reality of the test became clear. The angel informed him that Allah had tested all three men. The first two had failed. The third had succeeded. Not because he possessed more wealth, not because he was smarter, not because he was stronger, but because he remembered. He remembered who he once was, and he remembered who had changed his condition. There is a lesson hidden within this story that reaches beyond wealth. Many of us are not owners of valleys filled with camels or cattle or sheep, but each of us carries blessings, blessings that once existed only as prayers. Perhaps there was a time you prayed for a home, and now you have one. A time you prayed for food, and now your kitchen is full. A time you prayed for a companionship. A time you prayed for health. A time you prayed for relief. Yet blessings can become so familiar that they disappear from our awareness. What once made us weep in gratitude becomes ordinary. What once felt miraculous becomes expected. And slowly, without realizing it, we begin to forget. Not unlike the first two men.
As this night grows quiet, take a moment to remember the blessings that once lived only in your du'as. Every breath, every kindness, every provision is a gift from the one who never forgets his servants. May Allah keep our hearts grateful in times of ease, steadfast in times of hardship, and always among those who remember Him. And remember, true tears drift gently with night dews. Assalamu alaikum